I've always wondered, what are the origins of the Pledge of Allegiance?
I know. The Pledge of Allegiance was written in August of 1892 by Francis Bellamy to commemorate the 400th anniversary of Christopher Columbus's voyage to America.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Hello. Today we're going to be learning about the Pledge of Allegiance. I have with me my consultant pledge correspondent, Patrick Levy.
Happy to be here, David.
Very good. Very good. So I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Go ahead.
First, can you tell me, who recites the Pledge of Allegiance?
Well, David, that's an interesting question. People all across the nation say the Pledge of Allegiance. From kindergarten, where they first learn the pledge, and it doesn't really have much of a meaning to them. But up until the highest levels of our government, all the way through Congress and the executive branch, the president himself, it's a regular part of everyone's life.
So Patrick, can you tell me what objects are used in this daily ritual?
Well, the central object of this ritual is, in fact, right in the words of the pledge. It is the American flag.
You mean like this?
No, I'd say more like this.
So I'd like to return to what you mentioned earlier. Where and when do people usually participate in this ritual?
Well, as I said earlier, school children all across the nation, from kindergarten students first learning the Pledge of Allegiance to high school students who say the Pledge of Allegiance every single morning right before the start of school, or even in like the government where they have congressional meetings, it's custom to say the Pledge of Allegiance before conducting any of their meeting, as well as when the president hosts speeches, him and the entire audience will say the Pledge of Allegiance together, and the Pledge of Allegiance just brings our whole nation together. It really brings us back to our core values.
All right, Patrick. Next question. Could you tell me why people say the Pledge of Allegiance?
Well, the reason why people say the Pledge of Allegiance is because it instills a sense of patriotism and nationalism among people all across the nation, whether that be young students in kindergarten or people in the government, people in the audience witnessing government speeches and congressional meetings. And really the reason why we say it is because it all goes back to our founding fathers and their original principles for freedom and liberty and justice for all. If you reference the words in the Pledge of Allegiance, they say, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And really, it's just a way for us to all think back on how we got to where we are today and reflect and remember that America is an independent nation for the free.
So my final question for you, Patrick, is, what do you think the result of participating in the ritual is? And how do you think it makes people feel?
Well, I think that the result of saying the Pledge of Allegiance is the sense of patriotism that it instills in all Americans across the nation, like I said before. Saying the Pledge of Allegiance brings us together into a union, and it makes everyone believe that nothing can break the bond between our states and our people. And that, David, is why I believe, no, actually I know that that's why it has become and is an integral part of the society that we have here in beautiful America. All right.
Alright, so introduce yourself and where and when you say the Pledge of Allegiance.
I'm Jay Ram Rao, and I usually say the Pledge of Allegiance before school during homeroom in the morning.
Why do you say the Pledge of Allegiance?
I say the Pledge of Allegiance out of respect for my country.
Why do you think this is a good form of showing respect for your country?
In a pretty short speech, it symbolizes all the values that Americans have. There's a lot of talk of freedom, equality, and I think that's extremely important.
Why do you think we use the flag as a symbol for our pledge?
Well, the colors of the flag themselves can represent the values of the country. For example, blue symbolizes wisdom, white symbolizes purity, and red symbolizes strength, which are
do you feel before, during, and after saying the Pledge of Allegiance?
In the past year, especially, it's become very important to me because of recent controversy regarding the Pledge of Allegiance. I would definitely consider it to be something I'm proud of, for sure. Why?
I felt like
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen.